Salalah, a city where the desert meets the sea, where the mountains hold cloud and mist, where the monsoon, the Khareef, brushes everything green. In this place, birds write the day with wing and song. Today, let's wander through Salalah's shores, wadis, farms, and fog-kissed hills. Let's meet the birds that call this corner of Oman home, some all year, many just for a season. Breathe in, look up, the story begins. At sunrise, the Arabian Sea glows. Waves fold and unfold like long silver ribbons. On the beaches, ghost crabs hurry. Above them, slender terns skim the foam. Their calls are sharp, bright, and clean. A line of gulls stands facing the wind. They watch the light grow. Farther along, on quiet rocks, cormorants dry their wings. They look like dark statues. Then they leap forward and cut into the water again. The day is young. The sea is generous. Now the lagoons of Salalah wake. Locals call them Khareef's coastal inlets and wetlands that hold fresh and salt together. Here, still water becomes a mirror for wings. Tall herons wait like careful hunters. White egrets lift, drift, and land with a whisper. Spoonbills sweep their broad bills from side to side, tasting the shallows for life. And then color flamingos. Greater flamingos, pale pink with coral bills, stepping in slow motion through the glassy blue. They come in lines, bend their long necks into the letter S, and stir the bottom with their feet. A soft, distant murmur, a chorus of waterbirds. It feels like the world is breathing. Listen near the reeds. A kingfisher whistles past a flash of turquoise, a spark of copper. It perches on a low branch, watching the surface like a jeweler studying a gem. Then strike. A drop, a splash, and a tiny silver fish is lifted into the light. From a sandy bank, plovers trot on quick legs. Little ringed plovers, Kentish plovers. They draw neat footprints on the wet edge and peck at the tiniest of meals. Sandpipers stitch the shoreline with their beaks. Left to right to left, sewing the tide to the land. This is delicate work. It never stops. Travel east toward Khareef and the ancient port of Samhuram. The water here is calm, the history deep. Ospreys patrol the shallows. They hover for a heartbeat, fold their wings and fall like spears. When they rise, their feet hold a fish, shining like a coin. Above the car, swallows write loops in the air. They eat on the wing, scooping invisible insects from the breeze. Their flight is fast, playful, almost musical. When they rest on wires, they line up like notes on a staff. The song of Salalah is written even when you don't hear it. Now we climb toward the green mountains of Dhofar. During Khareef, the clouds drop low and brush the trees. Water beads on every leaf. Here, in the frankincense groves, small birds stitch color into the mist. Some birds do it best. Males flash tiny sparks of metallic green and midnight purple. They hover at flowers and sip sweetness. You hear a thin, bright call. Then they are gone only to return to the next bloom along the trail. Bee-eaters add more color. Slender, graceful, with curved bills and long tails. They hunt with style. They launch from a twig, snatch a bee in midair, and come back to the same perch. The catch is spun. The sting is pressed away. And the snack is eaten with a flick. Precision. Practice. Poetry. In shaded wadis like Wadi Darbab, the water falls and gathers in emerald pools. Fig trees lean over the stream. Doves coo from the branches. Bulbuls chat in cheerful pairs, tails flicking as they move from twig to twig. A hoopoe glides down to the grass, the soft crown on its head opening like a fan. It probes the soil with its long bill, searching for hidden grubs. When it lifts its wings, Black and white stripes flash like a secret pattern. Nearby, a graceful prenia tugs a strand of grass. It is building a nest, thread by thread. In the background, you hear the constant trill of unseen warblers. The wadi is a workshop and every bird is busy. Look up at the cliffs. A kestrel hangs on the wind, tails spread, head still. The wings quiver, but it does not move forward. It is measuring the air, reading the ground. Then it drops quick, neat, efficient. A moment later, the kestrel returns to its post, the hunt complete. Along the ridge, ravens trace long arcs, calling in deep, echoing notes. They ride the thermals the way children ride swings, effortless, joyful, deliberate. From time to time, a vulture circles high and silent. Wide wings, sharp eyes. The mountains keep their ancient guardians. We descend to farms and fruit stands, where coconut palms and banana leaves rattle in the breeze. In these green pockets, weavers stitch basket nests that dangle like lanterns. The males are bright, busy, and proud. They bring strands of grass and tie tight knots. They display, they sing, they show the doorway. If the female approves, the nest stays. If not, the builder starts again. House sparrows chatter around store roofs. Doves walk the market pavement like calm customers. Minas hop along the edges, clever and quick to notice a dropped crumb. Barn swallows skim low over open fields, tasting the air for insects. The human world and the bird world share the same stage, and each knows its cues. Beyond the fields, the frankincense desert opens again, rock, scrub, and sky. You might think it is empty, but listen. A lark sings from somewhere you cannot see. The melody rises like heat. A wheatear bobs on a stone, tail flicking with crisp confidence. It hops a few steps, lifts, lands again, always a short jump ahead of your eyes. Shrikes hold the fence line, neat and sharp, watching from a wire. They look gentle. They are not. Even out here, life is busy, exact and full. When evening comes, the lagoons take back the light. The surface becomes metal, then ink. Herons move like shadows. Night herons step forward from hiding. On the sand flats, a chorus of tiny feet moves closer to the water and back again. Terns call and settle into dark lines. Far offshore, dolphins roll at the surface and draw seabirds to the ripples. The day folds up and slides into night. But the story is not over. Some birds stay awake. Some birds dream. Season by season, Salalah changes its cast. In Khareef, fog and drizzle invite forest birds to show themselves. In the cool winter months, travelers from far continents arrive. Waders from northern shores search the mud for food. Ducks gather on open water. Harriers quarter the marsh in low, steady flight, tipping left, then right, like a hand feeling for seams in the grass. In spring and autumn, migration paints the sky. New faces appear on the wires. In the reeds, on the rocks, flycatchers, wagtails, rollers, and more. They rest, they refuel, they continue. Salalah is a crossroads, and the road in the sky never closes. You don't need to know every name to enjoy this place. Start simple. Start with shape and color. Start with movement and voice. Ask, is it tall like a heron? Is it slim like a tern? Does it glide or flutter? Does it stalk or sprint? What does its tail do? What shape is its beak? A long, straight spear suggests fish and water. A short, thick cone means seeds and grass. A curved, slender hook might mean insects in the air. Birds carry their lives in their bodies, and their bodies tell their stories. Bring your camera if you like, but also bring patience. Birds reward stillness. If you stand quietly by the edge of a car, The shy ones grow curious. They creep out along the reeds. They show you the elegant line of a neck, the quick dart of a bill, the tiny lift of a tail. If you move slowly along a mountain path, a sunbird will appear at eye level.